From the campus of Marshall University in Huntington, West Virginia, this is MU Report.
Hello, and thanks for joining us for the first edition of MU Report of the fall semester 2022. I'm Grace Hewitt.
And I'm Victoria Ware. You're watching a student-produced newscast of the W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Marshall University. Now, on to our top story.
The new term brought old dangers with it earlier this semester, and that's the real possibility a student crossing a main Huntington street could get struck by a car. As Connor Woodruff reports, some changes are in place, including lower speed limits, stricter enforcement, and a new effort to stop jaywalkers.
Both Marshall University and the City of Huntington have collaborated to make the streets surrounding campus safer for the school's pedestrians. Among other changes to the traffic situation around campus, the HPD introduced the Jaywalking Blitz, an initiative leading the police to ticket jaywalkers around campus.
I know that my sister got a ticket like the very first day they started targeting. She just kind of laughed and she was like, "You can't be serious. Like everyone jaywalks all the time. What do you mean? Like I'm getting a ticket for this?"
In July, the West Virginia Department of Transportation issued a temporary order to reduce the speed limit to 25 miles per hour on 3rd and 5th Avenue. For many students, the changes to the speed limit have made them feel generally safer and more comfortable when it comes to crossing the busy streets.
I think it's good right now, to be honest.
I do feel safer. It could just be mostly because I have more classes in the daytime and I wear pretty bright clothes, so I know that the drivers are going to see me.
Another change made to the road surrounding campus includes a new structure built requiring drivers to yield to pedestrians in the middle of 20th Street between the northern side of campus and the football stadium. The push from the student body for changes to 3rd and 5th Avenue came from the Student Government Association's unanimously passed Pedestrian Safety Bill, which was produced in the wake of 2 different traffic-related incidents last fall. Along with all these changes, things would be better for pedestrians and drivers alike if everyone just slowed down. Connor Woodruff, MU Report.
The response is the result of several pedestrian collisions in the last few years, all of which occur on either 3rd Avenue or 5th Avenue, the main borderline around Huntington's campus.
Another wrinkle in an already challenging semester for students, high gas prices continue to stress their finances, and those prices at the pump are making it hard to keep moving forward. This video is from spring when gas was more than $4 a gallon. And even though it's dropping, commuter students say it still hurts. As a result, they're shopping for the best deals, even if it means going a little out of their way.
It's just money out of my wallet, right? It's like I'm burning money.
So I go up to the mountains a lot, and it's always a pricey trip. Sometimes the gas is even more expensive than the lift ticket itself.
Commuters are already getting some relief as AAA says average fuel prices have fallen every week steadily for the last 9 weeks.
If money is an even bigger problem than just fuel, the Marshall Food Pantry is almost unknown resource students can use. As Jaden Taylor reports, the pantry is there, honestly, because many students are going hungry.
Food insecurity is a problem oldest time on college campuses. We all get hungry, but some have trouble accessing the food that is essential to their everyday life. The university offers its response to food insecurity through the Marshall Food Pantry. The food pantry offers an assortment of food for any student in need.
We normally do mainly shelf-stable. We do canned goods, canned meats, fruits, veggies. A lot of times we have dried beans, pouched soups.
There's also new food groups coming in as well.
We've been starting to get more fresh food though. Like today I got some nectarines in. First time we've had fresh fruit in a long time. And we sometimes have frozen meats as well.
The food pantry as of the month of August has also had some success as it gives 100 to 200 pounds of food a month and serves many in our area.
For the month of August, last month, we had 49 households. It was about 170 people. I'd say about half of that being students.
The government says up to 30% of college students are food insecure, and that's not just skipping a meal. Translated to Marshall, that's roughly 3,600 students going hungry this semester. But the food pantry says there's nowhere near that number showing up. Have you ever heard of the food pantry?
No.
Have you ever heard of the food pantry?
Food pantry?
Yeah.
No.
While tough to find, I was still able to find someone who did know of the food pantry to see if maybe it was just uncomfortable going.
The first time, yeah, but being in there, seeing how it's done, it's really professional. And as far as I can tell, the woman who's running it and doing all that stuff, she doesn't even remember think about you after you walk out the door.
The woman he's referencing, Eva Rhodes, offers one last token to anybody who may be thinking about using the service.
This is such an opening and welcoming place to come into to get food. No questions asked, no income requirements, nothing. I just need a tiny bit of information, just like a name and an address, and that's it.
Jaden Taylor, MU Report.
The Marshall Food Pantry is in the 1800 block of 6th Avenue, right across from the Commons Residence Hall. The hours are Monday 5 to 7 and Wednesday 1 to 2:30 p.m.
The on-again, off-again status of the proposed Marshall Baseball Stadium is on again, with certainty this time. Rick Elmore has this update on the effort to build an on-campus home for the herd.
George T. Smales Field at Huntington's YMCA Kennedy Center, located along West Virginia Route 2, has been just one of the fields the Marshall Thundering Herd baseball team has called home over the years. Students and players at Marshall say it's about time the team gets to play closer to campus.
Well, it's been a long time coming and a lot of people are excited. I think it's going to be great for the program and the school.
In June, university administrators announced that a plan had been approved to build a new stadium here in a lot just off of 2nd Avenue and 22nd Street, just behind the softball team's Dot Hicks Field. Sophomore Luke Pinkerton said with the closer locale, he'll be able to attend more games than he had previously been able to.
Honestly, I had no clue where they played. I was a freshman and there was no information about it.
Money from the city of Huntington means a tighter deadline on getting the new field built. However, it is scheduled to be ready for the start of the 2024 season, when Vogelsong Lewis will be a senior.
It's going to be very nice and convenient, this right here is not an excuse, but it's very nice to have a stadium on campus. But it's good. It's, a lot of people worked hard for it, and, I think the program deserves it.
Pinkerton said he thinks the new stadium will bring much-needed attention to Marshall's baseball team.
I think it's great. I think it's a great idea. I think more people need to get into baseball here at Marshall. I don't think it's recognized enough.
It's recognition that could come from Marshall students as well as the Huntington community with a brand new home so close to campus. Rick Elmore, MU Report.
Administrators said a groundbreaking would take place in October, with construction being completed by December 2023.
And finally, on MU Report, Marshall fans going to home games this season will no doubt notice seating changes to the stadium. As Chase Matheny reports, Marshall is closing off stadium seating to condense the crowd for a louder fan presence.
Marshall fans who have visited herdzone.com recently to purchase football game tickets have no doubt noticed seating in the upper end zone section of the stadium has been blacked out for this season. The upper end zone will be off limits for the 2022 season.
Yeah, I went to buy tickets online and it showed that the section was actually unavailable. I thought it was some kind of glitch or something was wrong.
I think it was louder from where we were sitting.
Yeah, because we got field perspective and we got stand perspective, so I feel like in both perspectives it was louder.
The reason for the change, Marshall wants to try and condense the crowd to make the games louder and create a more intimidating environment for opponents. People closer together means a louder stadium.
For sure. Yeah, people are going to want to see the herd. So, yeah.
Marshall has plans to tear down the upper end zone seats and renovate the stadium at the end of the season. The university will put in a beer garden and a standing lawn.
Using the tarps to turn up the energy and turning up the energy to win games. Chase Matheny, MU Report.
Time's up for this short edition of MU Report. Again, this show and its contents are created by students in the W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications.
MU Report is a television lab, and we are glad you're watching. You can always catch this newscast on YouTube and Facebook, and be sure to follow our reporters on Instagram. I'm Victoria Ware.
And I'm Grace Hewitt. Have a great day.